We live in a world of ghosts. We are haunted by a fundamental split, a feeling that we are not quite at home in our own bodies, not quite at home on our own planet. We are told we are spirit, mind, or consciousness, and that this self is somehow separate from the matter it inhabits. Our ordinary world is this schizophrenia. We are the ghost in the machine. We treat the body as a vehicle to be fueled, disciplined, and repaired, or as an animal to be tamed. We treat the earth as a resource to be plundered, a dead thing from which we extract value. Now, let us explore the profound wisdom found not in adding more, but in letting go. This division is the great unspoken assumption of our age. It is a trap, the trap of materiality. We have inherited a worldview that places spirit in one corner and matter in the other, and declares them enemies. Mind is intelligent, pure, and transcendent. Matter is stupid, chaotic, and dead. Our entire lives, we are told, are a struggle for the higher self to conquer the lower self. The intellect must conquer the instinct. The rational must tame the natural. The human must dominate the planet. This isn't just an abstract philosophical idea. It is the source of our most profound modern anxieties. It is the root of our alienation. Why do we feel stuck in our heads? Because we believe that we are our heads, our thoughts, our I, and that the rest of the world is not me. This creates a permanent state of warfare. The I becomes a skin-encapsulated ego, a small, terrified commander inside a fortress of bone, looking out at a foreign primal, alien universe. This commander's job is to control everything. It must control the unruly body, its appetites, its aging, its illnesses. It must control the hostile environment, building walls, accumulating wealth, and imposing order on the messiness of nature. We see this everywhere. We live in sterile boxes, our homes, our cars, our offices staring at other glowing boxes. Terrified of the dirt and germs of the natural world, we have become profoundly unnatural. We are obsessed with transcendence. We want to upload our consciousness to the cloud, to escape the limitations of the flesh. We are looking for an escape hatch from the very planet that creates us. This is the itch of our time. It is a deep, existential loneliness. We feel like orphans in the cosmos. We are ghosts, and we are angry at the machine we are forced to inhabit. The common solutions only make it worse. Mainstream spirituality often promises a way to escape the body, to transcend the material world, to float away into some higher realm of pure energy or light. It reinforces the original split. It tells the ghost, yes, you are right. The machine is a problem. Here is how you abandon it. Technology promises the same. It offers to perfect nature, to replace the organic with the synthetic, to build a digital metaverse where we are no longer burdened by the limitations of dumb matter. But this is not a solution. It is the final, desperate act of the trap. It is the I trying to annihilate the very ground it stands on. We are like a person sawing off the branch they are sitting on, complaining about the tree. This is the call to adventure for our hero. It is the dawning, terrifying suspicion that this entire war is a mistake. What if spirit and matter are not enemies? What if the I that feels so separate isn't separate? What if the ghost isn't a ghost at all, but is, in fact, the machine itself? Become aware of itself. This is the question that leads us to the ordeal. We are now at the center of the labyrinth. We have seen the ordinary world for what it is, a profound, schizophrenic split between I, the spirit, the ghost, and it, the world, the matter, the machine. We feel this as a deep alienation, a loneliness, a sense of being an unnatural visitor on our own planet. The hero's first instinct, trapped in this, is to escalate the war. If the machine is the problem, we must conquer it. We must dominate nature. We must discipline the body. We must build higher walls and create more perfect synthetic worlds. And this is where the mentor Alan Watts poses the central, devastating question of his essay, Does It Matter? This question is the ordeal of our journey. It has two profound meanings. The first is the one our ego asks. Does this dumb matter really matter? Does the body, the earth, the stuff of the world truly have any importance? Or is it just a disposable vehicle for my real self? The spirit, our civilization has overwhelmingly answered no. Only the I matters. Only the ghost. This answer is the engine of our self-destruction. This is the great trial of Act 2, to confront the consequences of this arrogant answer. We are waging a war against matter, believing it is our enemy. We fight the body with punishing diets and medical interventions that treat it as a faulty mechanism. We fight the earth with bulldozers, pesticides, and strip mining, treating it as a dead resource to be exploited. But here is the catastrophic central illusion. The I, the ghost, the spirit that is waging this war, is not separate from the matter. It is attacking. The I is an expression of the matter. The spirit is a function of the machine. This is the great, terrifying insight. Your consciousness, your I, your spirit is something the body is doing. Your mind is something the brain matter is doing. You are not a ghost in a machine. You are the machine. In its totality, a machine so complex, so intelligent, so miraculous that it has woken up and become aware of itself. Therefore, the war against matter is not a war against an other. It is an act of suicide. It is a cosmic autoimmune disease. The I is an illusory part of the whole, which has decided to declare war on the rest of the whole, not realizing it is attacking its own foundation. We are like a wave in the ocean that has suddenly decided it hates the water. The wave declares, I am not water, I am me. I am a wave, I must conquer this wet, stupid water and transcend it. And so the wave thrashes and foams, trying to separate itself, trying to rise up and escape the very ocean that gives it form and existence. This thrashing is our modern anxiety. This thrashing is our ecological crisis. When we pollute the rivers and choke the air, we are not just destroying the environment and it that is out there. We are destroying the extended body of our own organism. We are the wave, poisoning the ocean. The I has become a cancer cell, and the matter the body. The planet is the host. It is killing, and in doing so, it kills itself. This is the backward law of this conflict. The harder the I tries to prove it is not matter, the more it demonstrates its utter dependence on it. To achieve spiritual transcendence, you first need a body matter that is fed, watered, and sheltered. To escape the earth, you must build a rocket, a monument of pure, processed matter. To create a digital self in the metaverse, you need massive physical server farms matter, consuming vast amounts of electrical energy generated from matter. The I cannot escape. Every spiritual act is a material act. The very thought I am not matter is an electrochemical pattern. Matter in your brain, matter. So, we must ask the question again, with its second, deeper meaning. Not, is matter important, but does it matter as in, is it the I, the spirit made of matter? The answer, Watts reveals, is yes. But this is not a depressing, reductionist thought. It is a liberating one. It means spirit is not a substance different from matter. Spirit is the pattern, the intelligence, the form that matter takes. A spiritual person is not one who floats away from the world, but one who is fully aligned with it, one who understands they are. They are not a ghost. They are a living, breathing, intelligent body. The struggle of our hero is to accept this. It is a terrifying blow to our ego, which is built on the idea of being special and separate. It means I am not a fallen angel. I am not a divine visitor. I am the earth. I am the mud, the air, the water, which has, after billions of years, organized itself into this complex form that can think and love and write poetry and ask, who am I? The suffering we feel, our alienation, is the pain of this illusion. It is the wave's exhaustion from fighting the ocean. It is the organism's pain as its own. I wages war upon it. The I is the illusion of separation, and the war on matter is the ultimate, catastrophic symptom of that illusion. Does it matter? Yes. It is all that matters, because it is all there is. We have passed through the ordeal. We have confronted the great, terrible question, does it matter? We have seen that our war against matter is a catastrophic illusion, an autoimmune disease where the I wages war on the very body and planet that creates it. We are the wave, exhausted from fighting the ocean. The hero stands at a precipice, disarmed. The old world view, the ghost in the machine, has dissolved. What is left? The elixir, the return with victory. This is the great liberating secret. The solution is not to escape matter. It is the liberation of matter. It is the realization that matter was never the enemy. It was never dumb, brute, or dead. That was the slander of an ego that was terrified of its own origins. The profound, healing insight is, this matter is miraculous. Matter is the mud that blossoms into a lotus. Matter is the carbon dust that organizes itself over billions of years into a hand that can hold, a heart that can break, and a brain that can contemplate the stars from which it came. We have been using the word spirit all wrong. Spirit is not the opposite of matter. Spirit is the pattern of matter. It is the intelligence of matter. It is the form and waviness of the material ocean. You cannot have the spirit without the matter, any more than you can have a dance without a dancer. To be spiritual is not to reject the body. It is to be fully, intelligently, and joyfully embodied. This is the desire Ada we have been craving, not transcendence, but immanence, not escape, but belonging. The victory of the hero is the end of alienation. It is the end of the existential loneliness that haunts the ghost in the machine. Why? Because the ghost was the illusion. You are not a visitor here. You are not an orphan in the cosmos. You are not a skin-encapsulated ego trapped inside a hostile world. You are the world. You are the earth, experiencing itself as a human. You are the cosmos, looking out through these eyes. When you realize this, the feeling of loneliness, which is rooted in the idea of separation, simply dissolves. You cannot be separate from the universe. When you are the universe, you are fundamentally, irrevocably, and safely at home. This is the return. The hero comes back to the ordinary world. But it is no longer ordinary. It is luminous. The material world is no longer a thing to be used. It is a self to be experienced. Breathing is no longer just a mechanical act. It is the outside atmosphere matter becoming me, consciousness. Eating is no longer just fueling. It is the cosmos, the food, the sun, the soil transforming itself into thought and feeling. The dividing line between I and it has vanished. It was never there. It was just a social fiction, a bad habit of language The action, the CTA, is not a complex meditation. It is an invitation to re-engage your senses. It is the antidote to living in the world of abstraction. The invitation is this: put down the phone, go outside, or just look at your own hand. Touch a leaf, a stone, or the fabric of your clothes for just 1 minute. I don't observe it. Don't be an I the ghost looking at an it the matter. Try to feel the simple, unified, singular event of touching. Feel how the matter of your fingers and the matter of the object are part of the same continuous, intelligent field. This is the first aid. It is to return to the reality of the material world and to find that the spirit you were looking for was right here, in the simple, profound act of being. Does it matter? Yes. It is all that matters, because it is all there is. The ghost was never a ghost. It was just the machine, waking up and singing. This, then, is the journey, not to find a new spirit to save us from the world, but to fall in love with the world itself, to see that the most material act to breathe, to see, to touch is the most spiritual experience. The divide was the illusion. The unity is the reality.